Constitutional lawyer Mike Ozehome's son has faulted the continued withholding of statutory allocations due to local governments in Osun State. Ozehome insists the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, must rise above politics and discharge his constitutional duty as the nation's chief law officer, while urging AGF Lateef Fagbemi to resign from the position if President Bola Tinubu does not listen to his legal guidance. He noted that two subsisting judgments had already nullified the tenure of the former All Progressives Congress APC officials and validated the current People's Democratic Party PDP chairman and councillors elected in February 2025. Well, according to him, the Court of Appeal has affirmed that there was no legal impediment preventing the release of funds to the newly elected PDP officials, stressing that nothing bars them from receiving their allocation. Well, joining us on Arise Prime Time is Iyiola Omisore, former Deputy Governor of Osun State and until recently National Secretary of the APC, to address these pressing questions and provide insight into the current political dynamics. Glad to have you join us on Arise Prime Time, distinguished Senator Iyiola Omisore.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, let's start it this way. The imbroglio between the federal government and your state and the governor, Adeleke. Since February 2025, the federal government has blatantly refused to release local government funds, and yet the government is touting local government autonomy. There is a disconnect here. I mean, it doesn't make common sense. Why is the federal government insisting, in spite of the rulings of the court, to withhold these funds?
Well, thank you very much. Once again, it's good that this evening I'm going to throw insight into the ongoing debate across the board, because a lot of misinformation is being trending over that place. One, the judgment of February nullified the Federal Court to show judgment against the APC chairmanship that restated them as the authentic chairman for the local government. As at that time, since they have been restated, up till now, there's no converse judgment to the other. So possibly that must be made clear. So in the eyes of law, the local government chairman of Osun State of the APC stock. But in spite of this, the PDP government went ahead and had a parallel election about 2-3 months ago, just to cause confusion. But they are very smart enough. They had that election. They saw only their chairman asked them to stay at home. You can imagine, so they knew the implications of what they have done. Now, over the past few days, I've seen senior lawyers, even associations, trying to interfere into the matter. Law is not one-way traffic. It has to look at both sides of the law. The major issue in Osun State today, which nobody has ever said, even your comment now, the major issue now is the NULGE, Union of Local Government Staff Employees, who had been on strike or been abducted since February, almost 7 months ago. That's the crucial matter. Anybody that wants to get involved in Osun State local government decision fund is not about President Bola Tinubu Ahmed or Lateef Fagbemi. No. So the NULGE, the staff who ran away, I've never seen a situation where workers will leave work for the past 7 months. So basically, who would they release money to? You can't release money to elected officers or to non-officials who are not at work. Several times, back as they to come and sign. No, they are available to sign. This has been hidden. Nobody's talking about it at all. So that is what I want us to do. Nobody has talked about it at all in all these discussions. That NULGE has been off work, abducted by PD government. They have been on strike for the past 7 months. The HLA, Director of Finance in local government, are supposed to be the operator of the account. When you cannot sign accounts to the bank, who they pay to? You know, before now, they pay to account general of the state. The since this local government autonomy started work, they have to open an account in new local government by each by all of them. As of today now, those who are going to sign those forms, they're not at work. So the likes of Mike Ozekome, Mike is my friend.
He's a son. He should know. Even the MBA.
No, they know. They may not.
Are also raising dogs.
They didn't say anything about it at all.
No,
law is not about local government workers not be at work. You have not said it too.
Yeah, but even
you too, you have not said it
even
too.
what I'm guessing now is that the NULGE you're talking about.
Yes.
APC is accusing Adeleke of masterminding NULGE strike in Osun State. Your party is accusing
the issue now,
Adeleke of masterminding that strike.
The issue now is not masterminding anybody's strike. The issue now is that they are not at work. Simple. Either Adeleke did, or Arise TV did, or anybody did. It's not our business.
Yeah, but
and when you open, and you're supposed to have open account with the banks, why would they pay the money to? Where?
You're talking about local governments.
Of course.
Now, all those have been the argument. I mean, the talk has been like I pointed out there. The government is touting FG autonomy and are asking state governments to open an account with the central bank.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
That is tacky, the opening account with the central bank. But in this case, what people like Ozekome, the MBA, are saying is that the president is repeating the exact same thing Obasanjo did to him in 2005 during his time as governor. Between 1999, you're quite aware of it, and 2007. The argument is that, I mean, in some quarters, is that do our leaders ever learn lessons?
Look, my friend, what I'm saying, you too, it seems to have made up your mind on this matter. Please open your mind to the public, open your mind to the facts before you. In the context of Mike or MBA, has anybody mentioned NULGE? Yes or no? Just answer me, yes or no. Please, yes or no?
Now,
answer me, please.
Oh, you mean the son?
Has anybody mentioned NULGE at all in the
No, you know probably why they're not mentioning it.
Why?
Because they just went on strike. I mean, it's not been long.
Just for 7 months since February? That's just?
No, but this.
We're in March. We're in August. 6 months ago, half a year.
But it was since February 2025 that the federal government refused to pay this money. So this was after effect.
Let me explain to you. You are mixing the issues. In this kind of thing, in this kind of contest, what matters now is the trend and scenario. Let me explain what happened. After the February judgment, there were claims. The both parties laid claims to who the judgment favored. So at that point in time, there was crisis in the state that PDP-led government killed one of the APC chairmen at the Iyiola local government. At that point in time, NULGE now head up to that they are not safe. They want to strike immediately since that February. And like I said, law is not one-way traffic. There's nowhere they have mentioned NULGE in their contest. If they have been generous enough or been objective enough to have mentioned NULGE, then you can go ahead and say anything about it. Let me now explain to you.
But there seems to be two factions.
Okay.
And one faction is telling...
one faction of NULGE?
Yeah.
Okay.
One faction is telling the faction that is going on, that's gone on strike, to return to work. And like I said, they're claiming that it's APC that is pushing these people at the back to go on strike. I just told you that.
No, but
your party.
How can you do that? It does not make any sense, because if they have not gone on strike, the money will be paid to the local governments.
Okay, let's move forward.
No. I want to explain to the public, because there are a lot of misinformation. This thing does not concern the General Federation. It doesn't concern the president at all. It has to do with local government administration in Osun State, the General of the Federation, and the General of the state. If they resume work today, the money will be paid to the accounts today. That's the difference between autonomy and autonomy. Before now, the people to manager of the state directly all monies. But now the autonomy has said you open account differently. Who will operate the account? Who? Nobody. So don't blame the president, don't blame Fagbemi, and don't blame ABC. Put your blame on PDP, who has not allowed them to work, or who abducted labor.
So you don't think that the president is using this as a political tool, as a trump card to probably force Adeleke? I mean, there's talk about Adeleke, whether it's going to go to APC or not. You don't think he's using it to browbeat him into switching camps to APC?
Adeleke has made an attempt to come to APC. We stop them now. Why do we have to? I've said this on several interviews I've had in the past. Adeleke was struggling, was begging to come to APC. But what is he bringing to the table? All the National Assembly members have already come to APC.
The 3 senators.
The senators, the House of Reps did the same thing. Even the last election that he held, both of them were together in PDP. We now have ADC faction of PDP. So what is he bringing to the table? So that issue does not arise at all. Let us get this right, please.
No, if you say...
And let me tell you one thing. Another thing is that, look, the other issue that the NBA should be ready to face now.
Who?
NBA and Osakome, is that this people's tenure is going to last for next 3 years. It's not ending in October. Maybe don't make a mistake.
Whose tenure? Adeleke?
No, the local government chairman there. No, it was the Supreme Court judgment that gave that executive position. They start counting from the day they gave judgment. So they are starting their tenure from February for 3 years. So not give you and being deceived in Osun State that they will be bribing them, giving them money until October, so that they will frustrate this part of the government. So these are the issues that I want you to look at. Look at it holistically.
Now you asked what is Adeleke bringing to the table.
Yes.
Report has it that he has sustained grassroots appeal and civil service support. Then, of course, there's a disarray within the opposition and the governor's populist governance style. I mean, he is popular in Osun State. The civil service supports him, and then he has a grassroots support. And then, of course, by what we hear.
Well, hearing is subjective. If you choose to listen to this side, you hear another thing, and that's like this side. The last election, presidential election we held in 2023, Adeleke PDP won APC with 1.12% of the votes.
I think it was 20,000 was the difference or something.
Exactly. In that case, that 1% included the new ADC, included the old National Assembly members. So what is populist in that one? People are living in stropes. There's no single decamping from APC to PDP for the past 2.5 years, which is unusual. The party is popular. Not one single. And we have had more than 30% of PDP decamping to APC. So what you are saying is just a make-believe.
Yeah, but Senator, but then, why you believe in freedom of association? You do.
Of course.
You do.
Of course.
You do.
Nigerian Constitution even entrenches that.
Yeah, so one wonders why, because you gave conditions for the government to join APC if he wants to. What are these conditions? I know you gave some conditions.
What I'm saying,
I mean, for the governor. Sorry, for the governor to join APC.
What I'm saying,
you gave some conditions. What are these conditions?
What I'm saying is that look at the governor of Delta, who came.
Oberowori.
Yeah, he resigned through his ward chairman.
Yes.
He wrote to PDP ward chairman. Senators that came from PDP wrote to PDP ward chairman. So if Adeleke wants to come to APC, he has to write to PDP chairman to resign and apply to APC chairman to enter.
That's your condition.
It's not my condition. That's the electoral act.
But he knows.
And so it's not my condition. So let him come and do that. We welcome everybody to the party.
Okay, so that's the only that's the only thing you have against. I mean,
I don't have anything against him. I don't know. No.
So he can come to the APC if he wants. I mean, that's speculation.
For him to be senator, I led this campaign when I was in PDP. Now, ask him. It was in my senatorial district. I'm from Osun East. They came to beg me to come to their senatorial district to campaign for him. So he was popular. These are facts and figures. You can find out.
Okay.
So, these are facts and figures you can find out. If it was popular enough, I wouldn't have come from my central to go and campaign for them or some West.
But if he wasn't popular, he wouldn't have won the election.
That is...
Even if it's with one vote, he won the election.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying that of course, you can win election basically. I mean, like you said now, when you win, that's why you have re-election.
Yeah.
You win election in year 2001, 2002, you lose election. So it doesn't matter. So that is why you don't have perpetuity.
You don't have it. Now,
so it does not go forever. Are you getting me now? Yep. So the space, actually my own concern actually is that when you want to address this local government issue, is a major issue in that state. Let the NBA, let the likes of Michael address issue holistically, not one-way traffic. NULGE, where are you on this stand? APC, where are you on this stand? So don't attack Attorney General, don't attack the president. And it's not like what's just time. Don't compare apple with mango. Compare the likes. Compare apple with apple. It's never the same thing. No.
It's not the same thing. Anyway.
Let me explain to you in that place. In 1999, 2000, there was no autonomy of local government. If there was no autonomy, there won't be any head fund now. They are just paid to a general of the state. But now there's autonomy, they must pay to the local government directly. Who will they pay to?
No, but even the autonomy, Senator, is still not being implemented.
Where? In where?
The governors are still not particularly carrying that out.
And but the point is that you are very correct. But the point is that because the law, I don't know if you say this dichotomy between the local government and the state. So in all these states, they still pay to the local government directly autonomy, but the governors have a way of capturing them. But in this case, where look at those states.
Let's move the discussion. Let's move it a little bit forward.
Okay.
A little bit less than a year from now will be the Osun State gubernatorial elections.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you straight. Are you running? And if so, are you even confident of getting your party's ticket?
Well, my party, I was national secretary of the party. My party has a process. Understand? So I'm running. I've already signaled my intention to run in the last, maybe in the last 2-3 weeks. Because I have emissaries who that came to me from my central that I must come out. And the fact they stated, I reasoned along with them, basically. Then for me to get my party ticket, I have to go through the process as well, which already started too. So I won't force myself on anybody. So hopefully I will get my party ticket. That's all I can
So you hope that you will get your party ticket. I know that Iyiola, the Minister of Marine, is not running anymore. But there's this zoning issue. And of course, the Arabweshola factor affected APC in the last Osun elections. When he's now in the ADC coalition, but the zoning issues will remain. Has it been resolved?
No, the zoning issue that time was that they should have governor from the Osun West Central District.
Yeah.
Luckily, Adegunle is from West Central District now. So now in the state now, the Osun Central District has had 2 terms, 2 sections of governorship. That is the late Isaac Adeleke, the first time, then Ademola Adeleke now. Osun Central had had it 3 times. AD, PDP, and APC. Osun East now had only once. That is Arabweshola, APC, and AD. So now, realistically, that is why I'm coming now because I'm from Osun East.
Yeah. So it's resolved. That's what you're saying.
That is the prognosis as on ground now. But zoning is understanding.
Of course.
So from time, I won't ask anyone to stop from coming out. No.
Yes.
Anybody can come from anywhere. But it's understanding that if you go this way, when it's your time, you go this way.
Go the other way.
That's it, all over. That is why we refuse to put zoning in Nigeria Constitution too.
Okay.
It's an understanding. Because by the time you put zoning in Nigeria Constitution, you are limiting the best hands coming out.
You're right there. So, now, as the secretary of your party the talk is that you played a key role. Adamo, the chairman, then floated Ahmad Lawan, at least I covered APC then, so I knew what transpired.
So you know now.
I don't know. I'm coming. your eyes, but then your eyes were glued to Southwest, rooting for the current president Tinubu. Some are saying it's payback time. What do you say?
Well, one thing with our president is that he's a man that shows appreciation in his life. So that's what I've told my children, that once you learn from President Bola Tinubu, that anybody that's not anything for him, he doesn't forget at all in life. Even not about me at all. Look at the lives of Baba Adebanjo, Baba Adesanya, even those who started it together. So it is his wisdom to show appreciation, which he already said it himself when he got his mandate, the money. You cover the PC now. So, but all the same, that does not mean I will not go through the process. The Electoral Act does not allow imposition or appreciation to flout electoral process. That is one thing. If the governors of this country too, if they have been in the shoes of our president, if they want to appreciate what the president have done for them, there should be crisis in this state in Nigeria, even in APC, for instance. Remember Edo State. Sorry? No, go ahead. Edo State, when Mike won the government of Edo State, he sacked all the local governments too. Maybe you remember?
Yep.
Because they were PDP. The president said, Mr. Man, we are operating in democracy. Follow what is in the law. Don't sack local government as a governor. That is what is causing trouble in Osun State today now. So the people should appreciate the president for what he has done for them across the board. But with the cancellation of his fuel subsidy, which are giving the president more money. In the last 4 years.
But it's causing ruckus in the system because people are not finding it easy. You know that.
But that's not a president's fault now. Whose fault is this?
Whose fault? He made the policies.
No, it's not policy.
Okay, let's even go to policies.
It's not policy.
Let's even go to policies.
Okay.
What do you make of the coming election in 2027? Do you see it as the North versus the South? The North is up in arms against the president. They argue that his policies are tilted against the North.
What are the policies, for God's sake? What are they?
Well, that's what the North is saying. You're aware of that.
And
that's why the talk now is that the president is concentrating on the South because the North is not happy with the president.
Fairness is fairness. Opinions are opinions. Perceptions are perceptions. So depending on what you want to tilt your angle towards, there's nobody, let me not say nobody, all the people that vying for presidency at that time, Atiku, Obi, and our president too, they all promised cancellation of fuel subsidy.
Yeah, but the argument is that it was done wrongly. That's the argument.
That is semantics.
And then again, that the two were done at the same time. Cancellation of the subsidy and the exchange rate.
Look, that is the semantics. When you're in the driver's seat, it's very from somebody spectating. A lot of people can play ball on the TV. Put them to score, they won't do anything. We retire after 10 minutes.
Have you ever been behind? Some people will be watching football and kick you behind.
That is. My own take is that we just have to appeal to our governors and the autonomy chairman that they should just work with the monies given to them. Use them judiciously, expeditiously to the benefit of the people. There's no how the people will come from up there and come and do anything down there. That's all we are just appealing to our
So are you thinking that the president doesn't have an uphill task come 2027?
Well, to me, because of the changes, a lot of things are. If you look at the indexes, though Nigerians say they don't look at the indexes, but if you look at the indexes, you can be sure that things are really improving, but gradually. Look at the margin of exchange rate. How do you explain variable exchange rates? You would like it as well. Somebody is buying dollar at 18 naira today. Somebody buy at 70. Somebody buy at 120. So how do you explain that?
Well, it's not even better buying that than now buying from 400 to 1,005 or 1,006.
The point now is that there's no speculation anymore. In developing nations in Africa, they speculate on dollar. When John Mahama came to Ghana, dollar their cities went to about 17. They matched it, it has gone to about 12 or 13 now. They insisted on it. So what we are doing is that we are making our gains gradually, and by God's grace, by the end of next year, people have seen the difference and see that their president deserves second term and is surely going to win.
Still on that 2027,
Yes.
CPC bloc of the APC is not happy with the president. Some are threatening to pull out, while some, like the erstwhile SGF, whom you know, in fact, like when I was covering the APC, was the one that actually bought the ticket for the president. Now, I covered that particular event where he purchased the ticket for Tinubu. And El-Rufai are already in the coalition. I mean, the CPC bloc.
I understand. But the point is that in politics, 1.5 years is a long journey. People will show in windows, they will show discontentment. But APC is a very large party. With the expertise of the leadership of the party and the president, we have a way of working ourselves within internal mechanism. So I don't want to condemn anybody now. I don't want to jump at any conclusion now. I want to believe that towards the end of next year or middle of next year, all this will become history.
Really?
I want to assure you.
What do you make of the ADC?
Well, ADC is basically mostly offshoot of PDP. And PDP are insisting that they are not going to dismantle their party. They have zoned their presidencies to South now again. So it makes the journey more merrier. So that means that APC, we are thinking right and we are doing well. Thank you.
I don't know that most Nigerians will agree with that. I mean, look at how you're even laughing. Nigerians will agree with that analysis of that APC is doing well. And again, Senator, the talk in some quarters, like what is happening in your state, Osun State, is that all these people, the governors jumping ship, are being cursed. And there's that talk of one-party state.
Udi. At the last, I think, NEC or National Caucus of our party, the president came out to say that, look, National Assembly last speech that, look, he does not believe in one-party state.
But he also said, if the other parties are being destroyed, he will mend them.
No, is he a mender? If your enemies like to be fighting in their home, so you mending them, you encourage them to fight now.
Well, that was what he said.
Of course, me I'm of that school of thought too. Are you too? You of that school of thought?
I don't know. No, I'm not the politician.
No.
I don't know.
Supposing now this Arise TV now, your main competitor have problems somewhere. You'll be happy. That's the reality. So there's no how Nigeria is too big to be one party state. I'm very sure of that. They can have good cleans in party can be weakened. That's their own problem. But it's too big to be one party state, and it can never be one party state. President Ahmed will never encourage one party state at all. It won't. And he said it publicly. But the point is that if you are fighting in your home or your party, we will be happy. Okay, for instance, now in my state now we have a competition. PDP senators are coming. Go on,
sir.
PDP senators are coming, depleting their own their strength. So I won't force them not to come. Are you getting me now?
Oh, form, of course.
So it gladdens me.
When I said he bought form, I think I said ticket or something.
No.
He bought form. That was what I meant.
I understand.
Basically,
I'm mistaken. I know what I understand what you're saying. I'm a politician. I understand that you're a journalist. You can see, you can miscalculate that. I don't mind. I understand. You are very communicated to me, so I didn't say anything about it. What I'm saying now that in my state now, PDP are depleting in their droves. So I'm happy. I don't mind. But I don't want a one-party state in my state as well. But if you choose to deplete to our own benefits, so be it.
All right, we'll watch the political turf and see what plays out, whether you will eventually get your party's ticket and whether Adeleke will switch over to APC.
We are watching.
Or whether he will stay in PDP. We'll see how things play out and whether eventually these funds will get paid as expected. Thank you so much. Former Deputy State Governor, Osun State, until recently National Secretary of the APC. Thank you for being here on Arise Prime Time.
You are welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.